Hi, it's Tom Cronin here from the Stillness Project, and welcome back to our Stillness Project channel. Today I have for you 5 tips to enhance your meditation experience. The first thing I'd recommend with your meditation experience to get the maximum benefits out of your meditation, particularly if you're starting out, is to find a quiet, nurturing, still room, a space that's enclosed and has very little movement, if no movement at all. When I say movement, I'm talking about people walking past, wind blowing, animals coming in and out. So ideally, the least amount of movement possible, the more conducive it is for you to get into that state of stillness. Now, these tips that I'm recommending here, these aren't must-haves. These aren't things that we need to get attached to. These are just preferences to enhance your meditation experience. Now, see, I like to meditate down at the beach at Bondi a lot of mornings. I like to get down there for the sunrise and meditate by the edge of the sea. With that said, I do know that I'm going to have not as deep a meditation experience by being at the edge of the ocean than I would say in my quiet library here, my meditation room I've got here at home. And the reason being, down at the ocean, there's a lot of movement going about. The waves are crashing, the wind's blowing, people are jogging past. Now that stimulation, that movement in that environment is not going to be as conducive to getting that deep level of meditation than, say, if I'm in a car that's parked in a quiet garage or in a quiet room like this one. So if you can, find a quiet space that's enclosed, that doesn't have too much activity around it. A parked car in a garage is really good. A quiet room, a church, something where there's very little activity is very conducive to having a nice deep meditation. I recommend having a comfortable chair, one that's padded, a supporting back. Some people have seen images of people sitting upright in lotus position with their hands out in mudra. This is mudra. If that's your meditation practice, then that's absolutely fine. For me personally, I've for 20 years just found a comfortable chair like this, and I sit upright. We don't lie down, because if we lie down or if we incline our head and support our head against a wall, there's more inclination for us to fall asleep. When we fall asleep, we go into that unconscious state. It's not as conducive to getting the deep level of rest that we get in our meditation. It's been scientifically proven that certain meditative states are much, much deeper in levels of rest than we get when we're asleep. Surprisingly so, isn't it? But that's just been scientifically proven that it can be up to 4 times deeper a level of rest in certain levels of meditation where we transcend. So sitting upright in a really comfortable chair is ideal for me, the most effective way of meditating. Now, preparing your space is something that I recommend. It's not something that you must do, and it's not something we certainly want to get attached to or feel that we need to do to have a meditation experience. As you can see in the background, I've got some incense and a candle, a nice statue of Ganesh, and we've got some flowers. I like to prepare my space, and in the process of preparing myself, my space, my body is starting to preempt that experience of moving into meditation. So if you think about this, before you get on a roller coaster ride, the world's scariest roller coaster, you've got your ticket in hand and you're in the queue and you're about to get on board, your body's already preempting the scary experience, and you're already starting to flood your body with things like cortisol and adrenaline. Well, the same thing happens on the flip side of that. As we prepare our space for meditation, our body is starting to move into those deeper, quieter states before you even start your meditation. It's quite fascinating. So a little preparation can be quite useful. That said, I'm emphasizing we don't get attached to the need to have this paraphernalia. I can meditate on a train, I can meditate at a football game, I can meditate anywhere. But I do find it's a lot more conducive when I prepare my space before the meditation experience. I recommend spending about 30 seconds to a minute before you actually start your meditation from the moment you sit in your chair. So what I recommend, sit in your chair, close your eyes, taking in some deep breaths, and just feeling yourself settling into the space. And after about 30 seconds to a minute, then begin your meditation. Now when your meditation is over, and it could be a 5-minute meditation, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. If you're doing my Fast Deeper Bliss meditation, I recommend 20 minutes would be the time allocated for that meditation. But at the end of your time meditating, allow 2 to 5 minutes where you've stopped your meditation, you still have your eyes closed, and just allowing yourself to adjust, bringing yourself out of that meditation, and then slowly opening the eyes. This is a gradual transition in and a gradual transition out. We make this a graceful experience rather than just snapping off your meditation, opening your eyes and getting back to doing what you were doing. And finally, what I recommend is to avoid meditating on a full stomach. When we go into those deep states of meditation, our metabolic state is going to drop. We're going to lower our metabolic state and our entire body is going to go into a deep restful state. Now if we've got a stomach full of food, our body's going to want to digest that food. It's going to want to break that down so that we can get all those nutrients into our system. But if we're meditating and we're slowing all that down, the digestive system process is going to be impeded and we don't want to have lingering undigested food in our body. So I'd avoid meditating on a full stomach. If you've had a heavy meal, maybe wait 1 to 2 hours. If it's a lighter meal like a salad, then maybe 30 minutes to an hour before you start to meditate. So there you have it, 5 tips to enhance your meditation experience. Find a quiet room, something that doesn't have too much movement around it. Get a comfortable chair. Prepare your space if you'd like with some candles or incense, whatever you'd like. You don't need to do that, but it can be conducive to getting into your meditation space. Have a transition period into your meditation of about 30 seconds to a minute, 2 to 5 minutes coming out of your meditation, and finally, avoid meditating on a full stomach. So there you have it. Hope to see you soon. We'll be having more videos coming up shortly. See you soon.